Good evening, folks. Philip Dwyer here, citizen journalist. I'm reporting to you here from the lovely Cardigan Shannon, on the River Shannon here. Absolutely beautiful setting here, lovely weather. And a person has reached out to me here. I've done a recent live stream in Bundoran, County Donegal, beautiful Bundoran. The people there were protesting against an iPad centre being proposed for the Viscount bed and breakfast or accommodation, and it's owned by a certain businessman in the town. And this man very courageously has reached out to me, and he feels it's really important now that this should come out, because I think it's a really serious development of what the people of Bundoran are up against, what the people of Ireland are up against. Yeah, we're going to just tell the world now about this, and he's not afraid to show his face, give his name. And so I'd just like to introduce you here to Pierce. Pierce, give us your full name.
How you doing? I'm Pierce Brennan, so I'm from Leitrim. I work out in Bundoran there in a certain venue. I do security officer work. Okay. And there, the day of the protest, I was actually at the protest myself. I was one of the attendants. Yeah. And that night when I got to work...
How long have you been working in Bundoran?
Since Paddy's Day, I've been working in that particular venue, and I got into work that there night.
This incident happened after the second protest. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. This was at the second one.
So there was a subsequent protest. It was the following. Was it Saturday?
The Saturday
Evening, and you encountered a very kind of a strange request, let's call it.
Yeah, I did. I was approached by a staff member, and I was asked to, me and a few of the other boys, to go over and intimidate a homeless family who are living just down the road, and was asked to go intimidate them because they were at the protest.
And who asked you to do this?
One of the staff members.
One of the staff members, in a supervisory role, could I say?
Well, I'm not 100% sure, because I haven't really... I think that's like the second time I've ever seen her, you know. Mm-hmm. She never really isn't. She's not in that venue all the time.
But a representative of a certain businessman in the town.
Yeah. We'll all be working for the same person, you know.
Okay. And she asked you to do this really terrible request.
Yeah. Well, to go over and intimidate a family because somebody wasn't happy with the fact that they were at a protest. Now, I was at the same protest, so they mustn't have seen that I was there, you know, because I'm sure they would have had something to say to me. Yeah. But this goes against my morals and everything, you know. I'm not going to stand by and go. I'm no hired thug, you know. I'm not a hired thug. It's not part of my job as security. I'd be letting my security team down. I'd be letting down the guys who taught me security. You know, I'm not going to risk any of that there over. And
what was your response to the lady when she said this to you?
Instantly I said no, I don't feel comfortable with that, you know, and that's the way I left it, you know. Okay. And that hour.
Okay, and I've from my experience up there, Pierce, I've spoken to people off camera, off the record, and there is this certain businessman, we won't name him at this point, but they feel very intimidated, and he's kind of a hold on a lot of people, maybe with employment things and stuff like that, and he thinks basically that he can rule the roost. He can do what he likes in a sense.
Yeah, well, that's it. Look, if you're going around asking your security guards to go around and intimidate people, like, that just goes to show what type of person you are, you know.
And is this what age? Is this an elderly couple, or what kind of age group are these people?
I don't even know them. I don't personally. I don't know them. Don't know anything to do with them. It doesn't matter who it was, really. I'm not going to go and do a request like that. Yeah. You know, like that. I'm not even sure the legality over that at all. You know, either. It
doesn't sound very legal to me now, Pierce, and I have to commend you. And I think you're very courageous, because it looks to me now that there's you're at risk now of intimidation yourself.
Yeah, but I'm a law-abiding citizen, so at least I didn't break the law, you know. I didn't go off and I didn't jeopardise my job or my work or my career over that, you know. Yeah. And I might end up losing the job, but sure, jobs come and go, you know.
Yeah. Well, listen, I think it's very courageous of you, and I think this example here, folks, and it is very serious, a very serious matter. This attempt to use this man in a way to bully or intimidate innocent people who are just expressing their rights to protest against something that they're against in the town. And I need to commend this man for speaking out about this, and it is a very serious matter as far as I can see.
And I also want to be proud of my colleagues who all refused as well, because I wasn't the only one who refused to do it.
Okay. Well, that's very commendable too. But as I say, Pierce, you're the man now who's prepared to speak out, and it's going to mean a lot, I think, for other people now to come forward and just tell the truth and stand up against wrongdoing.
That's it. I don't like bullies.
No, me neither.
So, and if we all stand up against them, then they won't be able to do anything to us.
Okay, Pierce, really appreciate you coming to see me and reaching out.
Cheers,
and thanks a million. So there you go, folks. That's it. That's what we need, more of this. More people with courage to stand up and just tell the truth about what's going on.